Hello, my loves. Remember to use your intuition, use your discernment, ask yourself if these messages are for you, okay? Don't apply things and don't make things fit if they're not fitting. You take what resonates, okay? Leave what doesn't, but just try to really feel into it and see if this is for you, okay? Because these messages won't be for everyone. They won't be for everyone. Let's get into it. Spirit, what is coming through for this lovely person watching tonight? What is coming through for the collective? What do they need to know for their highest path and highest good? Interesting. For those that this is going to resonate for, there is a sense of needing to, or there could be some sort of guidance or a shift of feeling into your pain right now. Don't be afraid of the pain. You know you are strong. You know you are powerful. Maybe you're needing to know just how strong and powerful you are. You aren't the same version of yourself that to survive you had to suffer and struggle. The things you're experiencing now are pushing you to see life differently, to ask yourself different questions, to create more space and opportunity for joy and for pleasure and for love and for a purpose that is fulfilling. Whatever pain you are experiencing right now, or emotions that are coming up, the first message is this won't be forever. That's for a few specific people in the collective. For the other people in the collective, this pain is being felt because it's time to move through it. And the only way that you can truly move through pain and come out the other side emboldened and empowered because you've taken the wisdom and turned it into such power with all that you've gone through and experienced. The only way that you get there is by feeling it, is by acknowledging and accepting all that you've gone through. I'm hearing there's a few people in the collective that are in a state of fear right now, or feeling very scared and a little bit like all over the place, and you aren't too sure where to land or where to look. And you're needing clarity and you're needing support, and you're trying to almost like piece all these things together. You're trying to rapidly find clarity in a situation that in order for clarity to land, the situation needs to unfold. If you don't have clarity right now, and that's sending you into a space of confusion and chaos, it's because you need to know you're not meant to have that clarity right now, but why this is all happening. The clarity will always come. The clarity will always come. You need to let yourself get there. When you're trying to force and you're making things harder for yourself and you're trying to chase it almost, it's actually like you push it away, because clarity comes in when there's space for it to land. And if right now your energy and your space and your emotions are filled to the brim with all these things, there is no space for clarity to land. So you're having to see it like this right now, because you're needing to give yourself the space to just feel all that you're feeling. You're needing to give yourself space to exist. You're needing to give yourself the space to just accept what is happening. As hard as it is, as painful as it feels, as vulnerable and as exposed as you feel, I'm just hearing like naked vulnerability of just feeling like there's nowhere to hide. And maybe hiding was an old, like, an old pattern that you used when it came to trying to deal with things. You would hide, or you would run away, or you would avoid and suppress. If this is an old coping mechanism, that's the word, thank you, Spirit. If that was an old coping mechanism of yours, or sometimes you still sort of lean towards that, it's your sign now to start finding the strength within, because you have it there, to face these things head on as they arrive. I'm not saying chase and go down the rabbit hole. I'm just saying stop avoiding what is presenting itself to you. You will see the power of you when you allow yourself to move through and feel all that is asking to be felt. When you give this to yourself, it's a gift. It truly is a gift, because we as human beings with emotions, we are taught to intellectualize our way through them, or to think about them, or to try to understand them right away, when sometimes understanding actually creates a barrier and a limitation. And it makes us hard for us to actually heal from those wounds, because we try to instantly apply logic or understanding or reasoning to something that is simply asking to be felt first. Clarity and understanding come as a natural part of our emotional process. But when we go to it first, we ignore and almost invalidate our emotions, because we're not giving them the space to just exist. When you give your emotions the space to exist and to be felt freely throughout you, you actually reach a point of clarity. I think that's why your guides are saying you need the space for clarity to land. The only way that you create that space for that clarity to land is by feeling all that you need to feel, letting it move through you and be released from you. And that's when clarity and understanding come in. Are we seeing the process here? Okay, because clarity is asking to land. And yes, you're asking for it, but the only way you can currently give it to yourself is to go through the process of what you're designed to actually experience. What is the point of not feeling our feelings? They're hard and they're uncomfortable and they're painful. I know. But we need them. They are parts of us. And the more that we suppress those parts of us, the more we actually stop ourselves from having the revelations and the epiphanies and reaching points of clarity and breakthroughs that we need to have in order to grow as an individual, as a collective, as a species. When we don't give ourselves the freedom to feel, we slow down our evolution. We are working against the ways in which we are naturally designed. Emotions are energies in motion. They aren't meant to stay stuck or hidden or ignored. Feeling doesn't always mean reacting. Feeling doesn't always mean responding right away. The movement that emotions need is the ones within you. So when I'm saying feel your emotions, I'm not saying lash out and be expressive with your anger towards other people and to say, hey, what you want to say. I'm saying allow yourself to feel the things you need to feel. And it works you toward a space of clarity and expression. And then sharing what it is that you need to feel. Once you've felt them yourself first, your emotions aren't someone else's responsibility. They are your responsibility. And we see it time and time again, where when we suppress what is our responsibility, when we avoid our responsibility to feel and to regulate and to honor our emotions. And when I say regulate, I don't mean be in control, okay? I don't want to take that wrong. Spirit isn't saying regulation is control. No, it's about freedom. And you find the freedom to feel, to be yourself and express your emotions in a very healthy way, because you allow yourselves to feel them, and then they don't fight for this need to be validated at all times. Your body isn't in a stress mode. Your body isn't fighting to survive, because you give yourself the space to feel as it comes. Are we seeing how it all connects here? Because I think a lot of people miss the point that regulation isn't about controlling your emotions. Regulation is about giving yourself the space to feel them freely as they arise, and then you end up naturally getting to a point where you restore balance within yourself, because your emotions tell you what you need. Your emotions tell you what you're in search of. Your emotions tell you if you're not giving enough love to yourself, if you're needing more boundaries, if you're needing to accept parts of yourself that you haven't accepted before. Our emotions teach us things. They provide lessons to us. They have wisdom within them. And when we ignore them and we shove them down, of course, it's going to make them volatile. It's going to make them reactive, and it's going to make them uncontrollable. It will make anyone lock anything in a cage and it goes insane. Your emotions need the freedom. When you give them the freedom, you'll find that over time, because there's no suppression, because there's no avoidance, and because there's no invalidation of what you feel, they actually move through you with that much more ease, because your body builds trust. Your emotions build trust. Your mind understands that this is the natural process. And once you move through your emotional process of feeling and processing and releasing, you feel empowered and you feel free and you feel, sorry if you can hear my cat, he's just had dinner and now he wants cuddles, but you feel embodied and empowered and free. And that's what it is to feel and honor your emotions. It's not about being reactive. It's not about being dysregulated. It's not about being this boiling pot of emotions. It's just about honoring what is, giving it the space to be, and seeing that the volatility and the, oh my gosh, he literally won't stop. The volatility and the explosiveness actually isn't there anymore, because they're being honored, because they're not locked in a cage, because they have freedom. This is very, very key for this collective. I also saw 13:33 on the clock when I was reading that. Here's the guy who won't stop meowing. I had to let him in for a bit. Would not stop meowing. Just at the wrong time, bro. Okay. To continue with the message, I don't think there's much more, but essentially, this has been really important for this collective, and I feel like it's important for just a lot of people to recognize why that natural process is so important. This is the stuff I teach as well, so I love how Spirit's brought up tonight, but this is the stuff that I teach. This is my clients. This is stuff that I built a program around, because this is the way in which we reclaim our power. This is the way in which you find a balance that works for you, because you listen to yourself and you build trust within yourself and you build sense of security and stability within yourself, because you give your emotions the space to be free. Emotions are where so many parts of ourselves begin. And the more that we go back and honor them and give them the space to be, the more we realize how, all I keep hearing from Sarah is how powerful we all are, individually, in our own right, and as a collective, as an evolving species, or a species that needs to keep evolving. 1515. I think that is the end of the message. Thank you, Moon, for interrupting. But I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope this has served whoever needed to hear this tonight. If this kind of work is something you're really wanting to do and needing to reconnect with within yourself, the program I have is called Path of Pain to Power. It's literally everything I talked about and more. But otherwise, I hope this gave you some sort of inspiration or epiphany to start seeing your emotions and your inner world in this type of way. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.